Ladies and gentlemen, our time has come. Our data packs are updated to 1.21, and I have the armor stands mod back, meaning I can decorate the grocery store now. I've got all the supplies I need in these shulker boxes here. These two are filled with all the different kind of food items in the game, or food adjacent items as well. This one has some of my building supplies and also some additional food adjacent items as well. I'm super excited to get this place decorated. I think it's going to look fantastic when it's done. So I'm going to go ahead and get started doing that. I'll show you guys when I'm finished. I also went to Nether, got myself a little bit of Nether quartz, so that way I can set up the auto pumpkin and melon farm downstairs. We can get that thing rolling. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that as well. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. I got a lot of fun building planned today. I want to take advantage of some new 1.21 features to make a brand new farm. What does that say back there? Sale? At Meal Market? I work at Meal Market. Maybe I should go check it out. Oh, wow. Looks like everything's finished in here. Yes, I went off camera between episodes and I finished decorating Meal Market here, putting everything on the shelves, and I think it came out really good. You get the bakery, we got everything on the table now. I put some pumpkin pies here, I put some cookies on this one, got a cakes. And then this shelf here, I think it looks really good. I'm really happy with the way that everything turned out. I think all these little details just really fill in the store, make it feel like alive and like it's an actual real grocery store. People coming to shop here. This is my little like cold slash frozen section here. You got some ice, got milk, got eggs over here, and then all these shelves are just full of food or food adjacent items. Here's some like potions and stuff like that as drinks. And then the meat department, I think this is like one of the best sections here because it is just completely full of like different meat items and meat adjacent items. You got like leather up here, rabbit's foot, bones. And you got the raw meats over here, and I really like this where we got the fish inside of like the glass case, just like they have at the real supermarket. And then we have like, you know, the cooked meats and stuff over here on the shelves as well. And then this back section, I was really running out of what to put on these shelves, so I'm considering this this section right here is like the sale section. It's visible from, you know, outside, so people can see what's currently on sale this week at the grocery store. That's what the sale sign out there is for. Now I also finished leveling up all of our villagers downstairs. I'll show you guys right now. Down here, everyone is now a master farmer villager. I don't remember if I did that before last episode or not, but I also put in the automatic pumpkin and melon farm down below. So if you take a look at it, you might see like a little bit of blinking here and there. That's like the observers being triggered, meaning that a pumpkin or a melon grew. There, one happened right over there. And I've already done one round of trading with all of them just to see what kind of profits we could be looking at. And all of this over here, don't pay attention to this. This was just from when I was leveling up to master. All of these emeralds here are from just trading with them like one time. That's it. Now it did take a lot of my pumpkin and melon inventory to be able to trade with all of them. So do want to look into making their trades a little bit cheaper because right now it's 6 pumpkins and 4 emeralds for each of them. Once you trade with them a little bit, they give you a little bit of a discount, 1 emerald or 1 pumpkin or melon off, I think, after you do a couple trades with them. But I'm thinking of maybe doing like a raid to decrease their prices a little bit. And then if that's not enough, we could even look into bringing a zombie in here, do some zombie curing and stuff like that. But I'm really happy with the way that everything turned out down here. I think this is an absolute money-making machine in terms of emeralds, and it's going to really help us out when we get the rest of the villagers in our city here. I want to show you guys what's going on down below because that's really where the magic is happening. So pretty much the way this works is there is a rail cart that goes underneath all of the pumpkins and melons in here. These are all, you know, growing, and every time they grow, well, there's one that didn't, so I'm not sure why those ones aren't triggered. I'll have to look into that. But every time an observer detects that a melon or pumpkin has grown, it triggers the pistons around it, and it pretty much just crushes the pumpkins or melons, and then the minecart picks it up and brings it on over. Now, when the melons get crushed, they turn into melon slices. So, down here, I have a little bit of an auto crafting system. I don't know if I can can reach it. Well, I can't quite reach it, but it is connected to this chest down here, and essentially, whenever it's just crafting melon slices into full melons, and then pushing them into a water stream, which is right over here, and it goes all the way up to the chests up top over there. Let's see if I can get back up there. All the way back up to these chests up here. So this is where the full melons are coming from. They're being auto-crafted down there. And then the pumpkins, when they get smushed, they stay as regular pumpkins, so they just get pushed straight up through a watered elevator straight into these chests here. So yeah, a lot of progress was made off camera. Decorating the grocery store upstairs with all those items on the shelves took a super long time. But I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I think it was so worth it. And since I'm not currently like standing around over here, I just want to close this up so that way no zombies or anything can wander on in. I did have that happen one time, and well, all my employees turned into zombies, and it wasn't a good time. I had to go get some new employees. Don't want that to happen again, so I just block off the entrance for now until I can get this island more lit up to prevent zombie spawns and skeleton spawns and everything like that. I have these cats parked in front of my building so that way creepers don't wander in and explode on me while I'm not looking. And oh yeah, also down here we got rid of all of the melons and pumpkins that we had down here that we were manually growing. I forgot to take this barrel out though. I should bring these down into the basement over there. But yeah, as I was mentioning earlier, I want to take advantage of a new 1.21 feature in a build today, and that's kind of why I have all this scaffolding laid out right here. I want to do some slime farming. And while I'm doing slime farming, I figured I could, farm up some leather too. So, my plan for today is to build a building where I can farm slime and leather all together. Essentially, I'm going to use a cow crusher or a couple cow crushers and the new oozing potion that was released in 1.21. When you use the oozing potion on an entity and then you kill that entity, it spawns a couple slimes and they will pop out and you can kill them and get some slime. So I'm going to be taking advantage of that mechanic in a new slime farm, which should be much easier than trying to find a swamp and building a slime farm the old-fashioned way. Goodness, my bamboo farm just broke. Uh, you know what? I think I want to make a new bamboo farm because this thing, it's really big, really fun, but I think it's a bit inefficient actually for what we need. Because there's definitely more efficient bamboo farms out there, and I think I could just remake one that's a lot smaller and maybe a little bit nicer even looking than this. And it probably won't break because I think what happened here is probably a piece of bamboo grew right in front of one of these observers and just caused it to double fire, which caused the whole thing to break. Ugh, it's a mess. Alright, let's give this thing a shot. There we go, much better. And you know what? Fixing the bamboo farm made me realize I'm going to start writing down some of the ideas I have that I want to build over here. And then I remembered I actually built a room for this already in my lighthouse. Take a look in here. You can see I've got some ideas on things I want to build in here already, and then also more ideas on this little like cork board. It's kind of a cork board idea that I had. I thought it'd be cool to pin some ideas up there, and I really like the way that that looks. Maybe I'll make a bigger one over in the main city area. But yeah, I've already got some ideas here, so I think I'll just add my ideas here. I really do like this one, the idea randomizer, so that maybe if I get stuck, can't decide what to build next, I can, put a couple of the ideas in a randomizer, and then out pops the idea, and I'll do that build for that day. So, I don't know. I'm going to add my ideas for the village that I have right now that aren't already here to this chest, though, and then we can keep going. So, while I go and gather supplies for this slime farm build, I want to show you guys a few clips from our 4th of July celebration here on our server. So I'll roll the clips now. Does it affect entities that get crushed? That's near the bamboo farm. Alright, can you splash one in there? I want to see if entity cramming makes it happen too. Uh-oh. Maybe I should have put a top on that. As you could see from that last clip, we had some fun playing around with the oozing potion after the fireworks show, and that's what gave me the idea for the build today. Also, I have a spyglass now. And what's this guy doing up here? Careful, bud. Anyways, got all my building supplies here. So you can see I'm going for more of a red toned building here with the bricks and the granite and the mangrove. And yeah, I'm super excited to get this build started, so why don't we hit it? Let's go. You know what? Why don't I just do a really quick spin and reveal the build? Oh man, I really like the way that this one came out. Don't pay attention to this wall down here. It's not complete yet because I think there's going to be a building that goes here, so I wasn't sure how I wanted to finish this wall yet, if it's going to be visible or if it's going to be right up against another building. So I kind of left this area blank, but everything else is complete, including at the very top. I put a little slime up there. Isn't he adorable? I wasn't sure if I wanted that at first, but the more I look at it, the more I think I want to keep it because it's kind of cute. It doesn't really fit the theme exactly, but it's unique for this building and fits the theme for this building because after all it is a slime farm. But yeah, some of the other little details here, I put end rods at the bottom to kind of break up the brick because it got to be a little bit of a repeating pattern down here with all the brick. So I wanted to break that up a little bit. And then I used the mangrove wood. I thought about doing stripped wood, but when you strip the mangrove wood, it's kind of really red, and it would just kind of, everything would be too red. So I wanted a little bit of a contrasting color, but I liked how the mangrove like wood without it being stripped looked. And then I put the slime sign on the front. Now, I had to carve so much mangrove wood. It's kind of ridiculous how much I needed. I needed so much more than I originally thought. And mangrove wood is really not fun to go collect because the trees grow so weird. So I looked online and I found a kind of cool way to farm up mangrove wood. It's still like a manual cutting down process, but let me show you real quick. So mangroves need a 5x5 area in order to be able to grow up. So you could technically build a box that's like 5x5 wide, and it will helps streamline the growth process so like it grows more straight up and down and you don't have to go hunting for the wood as much. But what's really cool about mangrove is it's not actually limited to being grown like on land. Um, Let me show you. You can actually grow mangrove in the water. And a cool trick I found online is you can use magma to create a 5x5 wide area with bubble columns going straight up, and the mangrove will, at least for the most part, stay growing inside this 5x5, which makes it really a lot easier to cut down. So let me just show you real quick. Whoops. So this thing, see, it grew up and it's just in this 5x5, and it makes it so much easier to cut down. You just use your hoe to get through some of those leaves, and then you cut down all the wood, and see, there's like a little bit that popped out over here. But that's usually not a big deal. There's usually only like 1 or 2 logs, and then the rest of the leaves will just despawn. But yeah, it's really cool. I didn't know that you could grow mangrove trees underwater, and so I wanted to try this out, and it worked. Helped me out a lot, saved me a lot of time chopping down these trees. And also another advantage in the water is you can go up and down. You don't have to like, tower up and down the tree in order to cut down the wood and stuff. So it really does make it a little bit quicker, especially if you have a conduit like I do. So yeah, pretty cool. But that's enough chatter about growing mangrove trees. Let's explore the inside of this build, because that's really where everything happens here. Come on in, and you know, it's kind of cramped in here. I didn't really realize when I was building it, but since I kept the brick one layer in from the logs, it kind of got really cramped really fast, but that's okay. I just dug down a little bit and opened up the space a little bit more down here. I got the employee working in here, and then I have storage for each of the different drops. So up top you'll see we have a couple cow crushers that we will use to farm the slime. And then I got some wheat over here, and I got a little brewing stand set up here. So I got 3 splash potions right here. So nice. But I'll show you guys real quick how it works to make the splash potions. All you need is 3 bottles of water. Gotta go get that. And once you have your 3 bottles of water in here, it's kind of like a 3-step process. You'll need a nether wart, you need a slime block, and then if you want to make it a splashing potion like I do, you'll also need a piece of gunpowder. So go through the process of making that real quick. I got all the supplies I need up here, so I'll just grab a nether wart, and I'll put it in here. And then I'll also need a slime, which I will get 9 of these to make a slime block. And then I'll also need some gunpowder, just 1 gunpowder. And once all that is done brewing, you'll have 3 splash potions of oozing, which should way more pay for itself once we get this farm going. So we're going to take it on a test drive right now. I have all the cows bred up, I believe, to their maximum pretty much, so they should start working instantly on this farm. So let's give it a try. First, I'm going to need some wheat. And we'll need 1 of the splash potions, and then we'll go on up to the farm. Now I made the farm kind of high up, much higher than I actually needed to for like the fall damage and stuff. And that's because I didn't want to have to listen to these cows in here. They do get quite noisy even when I turn down their sound and stuff like that. So that's why I have it so high up in the air. But let's give this thing a go. So splash them all, and we're going to breed them up. Uh-oh. 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 Oh no! Well, that's obviously an issue with this farm, huh? Well, we can use this as an opportunity to show off how the collection system works. So, up top there, you can see there is a layer with magma on it. And in theory, the slimes will fall down and die on those, which will spawn in the little magma cubes, which hopefully will burn to death on the magma. And then all I need to do is push this button, and all of the items are going to get pushed down into this hopper here. And oh boy, yeah, this farm is going to be efficient. Like, I didn't even get to do like all 3 chambers. I only got to do 2 before I got knocked off up there. So I got to figure out how to fix that so that way the slimes can't really knock me off. Maybe I'll make like a 1 tall area and crawl in and so I can feed them. I'll do something like that probably. But holy moly, look how many slimes we got just from like 2/3 of a run. Plus all the meat and all the leather. Oh boy, we got profits. Now you might have noticed that I didn't do any landscaping outside yet, other than, well, these bushes that Simmons and Jay put up for me when we were doing the fireworks. And that's because I'm not really sure how all the buildings are going to be laid out yet, and I don't want to have to put landscaping in, just tear it out later. So for now, I'm keeping it blank, and I'll go back and I'll fill it in later once a couple more buildings are added in. Definitely do need to do some landscaping over here, though, because, I mean, there's not going to be another building that fits right there. So definitely do a little bit of landscaping over here maybe. So this is what I decided to do up here. I put slabs so that way it's just a 1 high area in the where the cows are. And then I added a trapdoor here so I could be put into crawl mode, and then I could feed the cows safely down here. All the slime will spawn outside and shouldn't be able to reach me anymore. So let me go get some more wheat and a slime potion, and we will try it again. And while we give the cows a little bit of a break, give them time to reset so we can breed them some more, I wanted to come and see what my melon and pumpkin profits are looking like, and wow. Oh boy, yeah, this is good. This is great. We have so many melons and pumpkins. This thing still needs to fill up a lot more, but holy moly. We're gonna be rich! Oh, but it looks like they're starting to overcharge me for these, so... definitely need to get a raid in here soon. Alright, let's give this thing another shot. I emptied out the chest at the bottom, so we should be able to see how much profits we get from this thing, so I'm gonna just splash them up. And let's get to breeding, see how much we can get. Alright, let's check it out. So let's see, everything should already be in here, including this 13 slime balls I had. And ooh, yes! This is it! Over two stacks of slime balls? That's crazy! Plus a stack and a little more of raw beef. Eventually we can have this guy trade raw beef so we can get more emeralds if we want from him. It's not really that big of a priority though. We can just stack it up over here until then. But man, 2 stacks of slime balls! We're gonna be rich! Man, and look at all these slime balls from my testing today and some of the ones I showed on camera. Oh, we have so many slime balls. I'm never gonna have to worry about slime again. It feels so good. I can make however many sticky pistons that I want. Have you guys ever seen this before? I don't know how, but this spider got to be invisible. Well, that's interesting. Well, guys, I think that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you want a more in-depth tutorial on how to make the slime farm here, just let me know. Maybe I'll get around to making a tutorial video of some sort for you guys to follow along on. But yeah, this thing's super profitable. I'm so excited for all the leather, the raw beef, and the slime that comes out of this thing. It's going to be fueling me for days and days and days. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.